This live stream is for entertainment and information purposes only. Do not copy our trades, as we are just trading to have fun. Many of our trades could already be closed before you even see us opening the trade on YouTube due to the delay of the stream, and we trade offline as well, so you do not get to see the complete picture. We make no claims of profitability. We are not licensed professionals, and we are not providing any investment or trading advice. Greater than 90% of all traders lose money, and we are not responsible or liable for any of your trading decisions or losses. Please trade on demo only and consult a licensed professional. Please read and understand CFTC Rule 4.41. Let's get to the charts and trade safe today.
Hey, good evening, everyone. What's going on, YouTube?
Good evening, guys.
Welcome to the Joker Trades and Futures Floors TV live stream, live co-stream.
Let's just do a
Got some exciting stuff to chat about today.
quick sound check to make sure we have no echoes. I just want to check on my stream. No echo there.
Yeah, I just did the same thing.
Yeah,
Futures.
we're all good.
We're all set
Okay,
there.
take out my little ear thing. Yeah, guys, good evening. Let's see what we're dealing with here with the charts. This was an insane gap up at 6 o'clock.
Nice little 270 point gap. I took a long on a couple of my accounts just now.
Okay, yeah.
Those are my take profit evals. Pretty much from the bottom, I got out right around the 70%, 70% of the high, a little lower, maybe even right around here, 50%. Just wanted to get set up for the stream. But I was looking to target right around the 18,835 mark for right now.
Nice trade. I caught.
I'm thinking we may come down just to go back up again. Just take one more leg down.
Yeah, I caught a couple of good trades also. What I like is that there's volatility right now. We got 13 points, average range at 1 minute candle, so that gives me something to work with.
You know what I like? My my kids' Easter candy.
I thought you were gonna say the Sports Illustrated swimsuit calendar. You remember those?
Doesn't like that.
You remember those? I don't even know if they still do it. Okay.
Once in a while, I don't have a big sweet tooth, but when I'm watching the kids munching on this stuff, I crave it sometimes.
Well, just to give a little quick
red dye.
Just to give a little quick recap. Yeah, enjoy it. I think Kennedy's going to ban it soon, so get it in while you can.
I hope it does.
A quick recap for today on my end. I think I got 2 accounts passed, but I also blew 2 accounts. So I guess that calls me net even, or maybe even worse because the accounts I blew were
Hey, but you got 2 accounts passed.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah, let's look at the silver lining. So that's it. And aside from that, I'm going to, as I was talking to John earlier before, I think I'm going to add a couple of the Bulenox accounts at 90% off and try to create a little garden over there of funded accounts with Bulenox. And I guess get to trading my PAs tomorrow with Apex, which aren't posted up right now on the screen, but yeah, get to my PAs with Apex and start going for those payouts. I heard you had a pretty spectacular day also today. I was hearing some.
Right, it wasn't terrible. It was a pretty good day.
Yeah.
Did about almost 17,000, I think, for the day.
Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back, putting up those.
Well, look, it's not
those rips numbers.
It wasn't all good. It wasn't all good, right? Big numbers. Most of it was evals. So what we ended up doing was Bulenox is having that 91% sale, guys. So, take advantage of it while you can. But I ended up picking up a few accounts. I over leverage when I trade $15 evals, guys. I'm not gonna lie. So I blew a couple. I blew about 3 of them. Doing what I was doing. and then I ended up passing the 4 that I needed, that I wanted to restock on, because we blew four funded accounts. So we're back to 11 funded accounts with Bulenox. We have the maximum that you're allowed. And I was in a trade yesterday, also futures, that I ended up getting stopped out on stream. I ended up losing a little bit more than I wanted to. It wasn't even slippage; it was just how it landed. But I ended up taking another trade once I shut down the stream. Not immediately after, but about an hour after, and it was a phenomenal trade. I ended up recouping what I lost during the live stream in the AM session, and I went green like another $500-600 or something like that, give or take. And then I blew it. Then I blew that account in the PM session, and that was a take profit account, not a funded, an eval that already it was on the 3rd day, I think. So, it was in good shape, and I ended up resetting that one, and I got it back up to 1,490. So it was like almost like I didn't blow it, minus the 2 extra trading days and the $100 to reset it. Right? We got to.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. What's the reset fee at the take profit? It's $100.
$100.
That's steep, no?
A little steep. It's a little steep because remember, there's no activation fee. So, you want to be a little bit more cautious with the take profit accounts. Yeah. That's didn't really plan to blow it. I didn't have a stop because it was an eval, and I was just I'm a little looser with my evals. Not normally my take profit evals, but in this case, I forgot to put a stop down. So I walked away. It was the evening session. I came back, and I was down like $300 or so. So the classic started.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm not laughing at you. You just made me think. You made me think of something. That's why I'll tell you as soon as you finish. Go on.
The classic futures DCAing, right? Never had to stop in the first place on that trade. So already, I was already making a mistake. But it was an eval and whatever.
Okay.
But not really whatever, because I'm not treating these that way, right? I'm up $122 on one.
Yeah, look, the evals are a cost of doing business. You were saying that you went through a couple of them, and I went through a couple of them. It's a cost of doing business. Just like taking losses in the trades, time has a value also. Yeah, we can trade them conservatively and take 2 months to pass them, but there's value. Correct. There's value to time also. And
that's why the $15 account.
Yeah, but Bulenox, seriously, what's that? It's not even an hourly's pay, So really, exactly. I'm gonna take 2 months to pass it and trade a 2-lot. No, of course not. No. That would be ridiculous.
Not on a $15 sale.
No.
So I blew a couple of those Bulenox accounts to get my 4 funded. I don't do I don't hedge them, right? It's not my thing. And the reason I blew them was because I wasn't copying them. I was just doing them individually and just going really big, 6 minis. And I was like, you know what? Let me stop this nonsense.
6 minis?
Yeah. And I said, because I just wanted to kind of get them there fast. And I said, you know what? That doesn't work for me. I can't trade that way. So I went down to 15 micros, two minis maximum, right? 20 micros.
Yeah.
And I would chip away, right? Like I would be in with 20 micros and I would take off another 5, let the 10 run, and trade that way, right? So a little bit heavier, still taking the positions that I like to trade, looking for my setup, not just taking random candles. And it worked out, right? It works out. It usually does. Now, am I gonna go and jump into my funded accounts that way? No, I'm not. I don't really have the desire to trade that way. We'll get there slowly.
That's a great way to do it, though, where you take 20 micros and peel off, let's say 10, and let 10 let 10 go. But the only problem is that damn trailing drawdown. I don't know how many points you end up giving up before you, let's say it rotates and starts going against you. I don't know how many points you give up before you say, okay, I'm pulling the plug on this trade. But that trailing drawdown, it's discouraging because you're in a winning
It's
trade.
honestly, it does it's nonsense if you ask me.
It
Like, I
is.
think
It
that is
really
the
is.
absolute most dog shit rule that any prop
Nobody can
firm.
give a logical explanation for that rule, except
uh,
it's they come up with any way
at
they
all.
try to explain it off. They sound like morons. Yeah, we're trying to
There
teach
is
you how
listen,
to
there is no
protect your
logical
profits.
explanation to that rule.
Yeah.
The only logical explanation to that rule is as follows. It's 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 another way for us to blow accounts, to make
Hmm.
it easier for us to blow up accounts so that the prop firm can benefit through us buying more accounts.
Yeah.
Right? That's the reality. They're going to try to make up as many rules as possible to uh to get us to blow up accounts.
It is a
And
business. And that's what a business is for. It is to make money.
yeah,
But I don't think they need extra rules because it's trading's hard enough, anyways.
exactly. Exactly.
You don't
This
really.
is not an easy game,
Yeah.
to master.
But it is what it is, and you got to deal with it. It's just like I said. When you'll take a 20 lot, you have 10 lots remaining. You took a profit on your first 10. That's $20 a
Yeah, you let
point. No, I'm
take five
saying
more off,
it's
right? You take five
yeah,
more
but if
off
you
as it
if you
moves.
if you're for a person that happens to be not unlucky, but whatever, the market rotates and he's holding 10 and it goes, let's say, 25 points against him. He just threw away $500 of his trailing drawdown on a profitable
Correct.
trade. Like, that's
Until
ridiculous.
so one of my rules, futures, and I know I know I go for long trades, right? I do hold for long positions. Uh, but usually it's with one micro, two micros. So even those 25 points, 30 points, 50 points, if it pulls back, let's say, I'm not really giving up that much, right?
Mm,
I'm giving up $100, $150, something like that. Now, if I'm in a bigger position, I'm usually going to trail. Let's say if I'm in with 5 or 7, which I'm not usually, but hypothetical. Let's say I was in with 5. I would have a four contract stop really, really tight, right? I mean,
yeah.
super tight, especially if I'm in profit that many points. And if it comes and pulls back and stops me out, I'm going to book those 50 points, 45 points, whatever it is. And then I'll have a singular runner to do the rest of the work. Right? So that's how I play until I get past my trailing drawdown. Right? Because
Yeah.
once you hit that buffer, once you hit that target, right? 2600 on Apex, what is it?
Apex is 20, it's 2,500.
Yeah. So once you hit that, you're good. That trailing drawdown is no longer in play. So once that disappears, I like break even a lot, right? Like I love break even. I can be $1,000 in the green and let it pull back and stop me at break even.
Yeah.
No harm done,
Well, that's the
right?
right
Like
way to
that's
trade.
the market.
Mm,
That's the real market. You're in a live account. That's what you're going to experience, right?
mm.
So it's
Wood chip.
nonsense.
Wood chip is short from 790. Trailing stop at 766. Let's take a look
Hey,
at
what's up,
that.
Woodchip?
What's up? Can I
So
share?
I
Can
was
I
gonna give
share your
another shout.
story today about the limit order you told me? You mind? That was
Before you share the story, also I'll just quickly wrap up on my day's recap. So, uh, we funded 4 Bulenox accounts. That put us to 11. We traded our 3 TPT accounts, got them up with now in day 2 and day 3 of those accounts. They're pretty close to passing, about $1,000 away each. And then we also made about $800 on our funded accounts. I traded the 3 Bulenox accounts that I copy trade, and I made about $800 on those accounts.
okay. The TPT accounts that you're doing. You're doing the 50Ks
50.
at one.
Yeah, I do the
So those are
50K.
119 with the 30% off all the time.
I think so. Yeah, I think like 115, 119, something like that.
Yeah.
Couldn't give you the exact
So
number, but give or
what's
take.
this 1 day withdrawal or everyday withdrawals? What's this rule? Do you know? Are you familiar with their rules? But
Oh,
also,
I'm on my fifth payout with them.
okay, but also they said
Maybe sixth.
like Bulenox, you can't go into the, I don't know what word to use. Bulenox uses the safety threshold reserve. If you have a 50K account, you must maintain at least 52.6 or 52.5
Right.
even after your withdrawals, right? You must maintain
So
that buffer.
with take profit, the 50K, you have a $2,000 drawdown.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I remember that now. I
So
remember
you have a
seeing that.
$2,000 drawdown, and anything above the 2,000, you can request it. But there's rules, right? Like they'll charge you a fee if you request anything less than I think 250. I got to check on the numbers. Um,
And the fee is
and then you
250.
also have to give them 20%. What?
And the fee is 250. If you take less than 250,
No, I
the
think
fee is
it's $50. I think it's
it's
like a $50
yeah.
fee if you take anything less, and they also take 20% of whatever you're requesting.
So they pay you like quickly right away. You request it, same day payouts. You made 500, you request the 500 because you're
48,
over the
48
buffer.
hours, it's in your account.
Wow, no kidding. Okay.
Within 48 hours, it's in your account. Yeah, it's kind of nuts.
Yeah, I'm looking now here at the thing.
I love their model right now. That's why I'm really shooting to pass these shooting for passing these 3 accounts. That'll put me at 5 accounts futures. So if I can get to 5 TPT accounts at buffer, right? At threshold, whatever it is, the 52,000 every day, $100. All I got to make is $100 on each of those accounts, $200 on each of those accounts, and I'm walking away with $1,000 a day.
Mm. You have an affiliate code for TPT.
I do not. Unfortunately. They're very tough
Oh, really?
with giving out affiliate codes.
Okay.
But if anyone's going to use any affiliate codes, I do know of a couple of people that have gotten their affiliate code. I think Pine Tree just got his recently.
Okay. I guess it's Pine, right? That would make sense.
I think so. I'm not 100% certain, but I think it's Pine.
I'm looking at an email I just got from them today. I know I didn't click it, but I'm sure I read something about not going into your buffer. And it was like if you went into your buffer, you lost the account, which doesn't even make sense. Just refuse the payout. But anyways, I don't see it. So
Oh, so speaking of that, so
I'm
what
not going to say anything.
I
I don't know.
think, I'm not certain, right? I'm not 100% certain, but right now I've got 2 accounts at 52,000. If I get them at $250 over,
Yeah.
right? So if I get them to 52,250, I can request to close out the account and pull out 1250.
Okay. That's not good, though. I mean, yeah,
I
but
don't. It's
I mean, it's a
okay,
way to
but
get 1250, but
right,
you're throwing away
exactly.
half. I'm not
It's
crazy about that.
correct. I don't feel the need to do that, right? I
And
think
then what?
if I trade safe, then you got to restart, right? You
Oh
got to
yeah,
get
they
another.
if you close out because I thought that if you do exactly what you just said, where you close the account like that to get the money, that they tell you you can't trade with us anymore.
Oh, really? Is that how it
Done.
works?
I don't know. That's what I thought.
I
I
don't
thought.
think so. I'm not. I'm look. I'm not 100% sure up on their rules. I got to do a little bit more digging. Let's see. Maybe we can even do that now.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm gonna do my homework on that, and I'm gonna try to put together. Not I'm gonna try. I have the plans to put together the video on a lot of these top step sucks. Top step. I don't think what chip that top step sucks. I like top step. Um, maybe it's their platform I like. So before I say, because obviously when you're saying top step sucks, you're talking about their policies and stuff. But 50% profit split. No, it's not a 50% profit split. You can only you can take out 50% of your profits, and you have to leave it in. I think that's good. I think that keeps you responsible, and yeah, it puts you at risk to throw it away. But trade safely, trade conservatively. and don't put the money at risk anyways. You know, I was thinking about it this weekend. A real prop firm, there's no $2,500 and your account is busted. They just give you a PDLL. They give you a daily loss limit. And that's what you can lose every day. And if you keep losing it, you're going to get called in and they're going to talk to you. What's wrong with your trading? Why you lose money? If you keep losing money, maybe they'll let you go. But they really just work with a daily loss limit, which is what we should be working with. You know, and we discussed it the other day, Joker, last week. I think we were talking about the daily loss limits. All the accounts should have daily loss limits. Yeah, and yeah, run the accounts up, but you shouldn't be risking the entire account in one day. And you know, it's ridiculous.
But you have to remember why they do it, right? There's not that many people that are gonna just pass their accounts. There's gonna be way more blowups than people passing accounts when they give them the ability to do that, when they give them the option. And that's their goal. It's to just blow up accounts.
Yeah.
Hey, so Take Profit Trader, on another note, I just realized recently that they also have a reward system. So as you buy accounts and as you take payouts, so I've gotten points for taking payouts. So they reward you credits. And with these credits, I'm now at 6,700 in credits.
Good.
I can get 2 free. They're 3,000 points apiece. I can get 2 free 25K test accounts.
No kidding.
I can get 1 free 50K test account.
Or 1 candy ring.
Yeah, right? But that's pretty cool.
It is.
I like that.
No, it's
like
you know what? Rewarding. Sure, rewarding your customers is a smart idea. Absolutely. Absolutely. I gotta look into I gotta look into TPT. I gotta look into Tradeify, like what Chip just said over here.
Tradeify is nice. I screwed up with Tradeify. I bought 5 accounts, 5 150K accounts when they were on sale.
Yeah.
I passed one of them. I would have passed all of them, but for some reason my copier didn't work. I ended up blowing them $300 away from being passed.
Okay.
The 4. I passed the 1. I had it in profit, like 300 away from a payout, and I blew that one too. So I completely took a dump with the Tradeify. And the crazy thing is, I bought 5 accounts, right, futures? I bought 5 accounts. Not a single above the 5. 5 accounts. Okay. And I almost pulled it off, trading properly with the first 5 accounts. I funded 1, almost had the other 4, really, really close. I had them, I just screwed up because of the copier. And that would have been really nice. That would have been 5 150 accounts.
Cancel orders.
And Tradeify here's a pretty good company. I don't know how they are with payouts. I haven't looked into them.
Yeah. I gotta talk to OFT. I'm curious who he uses also. He gets too big homie. I don't know. Can't see well. That could be an RN or an too big homie. Oh, too big. Wood chip, are you saying my size is too big? It's a 6 lot on an eval. Too big homie. Yeah, I gotta see what. I'm curious to know which one he relies on. OFT. He takes a lot of payouts also. So. No, which it's not too big, and we were talking about it before. I want to get back to that. These accounts are $15. Why 1 micro? These accounts are $15, and there's a time value also to, you know, I mean, there's a value to our time. I'm not getting one. You know how long it would take to pass a 50K doing 1 micro? And besides, even on evals, I got myself set up here to trade 4 lots, risking $300 a day. Which is, with Bulenox, it's 1/6, 1/7. Not too long, about 8 days. Yeah, if you can do it in 8 days is good. I'm cool with that, with 8 to 10 days. I never really push. Occasionally I'll get in the mood and I'll take an account and I'll try to pass it in 3 days. Most of the times I fail, to be honest with you. Not sure why. Maybe my psychology changes. The PA target.
It's usually
yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
It's usually what it is. So tell me, let's chat about what happened with wood chip earlier today.
Kevin, $15, make me holla. Where's that at? Bulenox. Bulenox. Use code JOKOUR. JOK.
No, use code floor. You better cut it out.
Oh, you
Joker's
are.
code isn't working.
Use code JOKOUR.
Joker's code is broken. Joker's code will only give you 45% off.
Not true. I wouldn't even know about it if it wasn't for Joker, to be honest with you. So just
what's funny?
Just the fact that you told me was great.
And you didn't have it linked, so I went to use your code and it said not active. I was like, oh.
So what are we supposed to do? We're really supposed to log in every day and see when they change their, or did you get an email and I'm just not on the VIP list?
No, I just check. I'll just go and check daily.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just go log into the affiliate page and. You are one popular man. I love it. I love it.
Who said that? Dump truck, beep beep. Well, I'm short. Wood chip. Let's see. Let's see if we can close. If we can fill the gap.
I'm looking to enter short at 775, 780, 18.
Oh, okay. So a little bit of a.
I'm gonna join you guys.
A little bit of a pop up. Not even sure why I'm short. I mean, I know why I'm short, but it's just a trade off the 1 minute chart.
18,780. I'm gonna join you guys, and I'm gonna target 18,490.
Where's the cat, wood chip? My cat is walking around somewhere. He's discouraging me because all he does is ask for cookies now. I've given him too many cookies. I spoiled him, and now he jumps up on the desk even and starts biting me. I'm laughing. It's not funny. Shit, the other day he walked on the keyboard while I was trading. We short now and having fun. Yeah, I'm having fun. I don't want to get stopped out. It's not really going anywhere. And I hate trades that don't go anywhere. It's been what? How many minutes have I been in this trade? Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anyways, I'm out. Let me see if I could post my, I don't know if on this screen I have my, oh, I do have the account data. Really? Oh, the account data is being shown. I didn't even know. I didn't even know. I didn't know it does that. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Bail. Yeah, no, I got out at even. Lucky me, actually, now that I look up at the charts and I see this little pop that just happened. But 780. Why 780, Joker, for an entry? Is it just a fib retrace of 66% or 61% or
78% retrace? But it's my setup.
Okay. Does it have anything to do with the optimal trade entry because you've moved into what is it, premium discount? I think it's premium when you're going short.
Yeah, it has a lot to do with several things, right? It's a lower time frame market structure shift. But when I enter, I usually enter on the last up candle, and I think we hit it. I don't think I'm going to get my entry. Now that I'm zooming in.
Woodchip says you're muted on your stream.
Appreciate that, Woodchip. Sorry about that, guys. So I missed my entry because I was eating a Sour Patch candy. This is my entry. And I know we hit it. Yep. We hit it perfectly. We want that red for a short. Came into it exactly where I wanted to see it. for the first reaction. And I want to see it pull back up where it's going to fake people out. Everyone thinking that it's going down. And it's going to come up to give me my entry that I like to take. Right there. So we're going to see. I'm going to be patient.
Well, I almost played all of that perfectly. I went short. I got out just before the pop-up. Got back in. Took a partial. What I didn't see, and I use VWAP, I didn't see that we touched VWAP on the chart on the bottom. And I don't think the VWAP...
What's VWAP? Who uses VWAP?
I do. I'm one of the few
No,
that...
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I'm one of the few that does. No, there's a lot of people that use it, actually.
A lot of people use VWAP.
A lot of people use VWAP.
I got it right here. I don't turn it on, but it's there.
Any level...
If I want to put it on, I can.
Any level that people watch, anything that people watch, volume profile, initial balance, point of control, if a lot of people are watching it, you just can expect, at a minimum, you can expect an uptick in activity at those levels. So you're going to have a little bit of a battle between buyers and sellers, because as we're trading down into VWAP, there are going to be certain buyers, a certain amount of buyers who are going to say, okay, we're at VWAP, I'm going to buy it for a VWAP bounce, a VWAP retest. So unless the selling pressure is really heavy, it's not often you're just going to blow right through VWAP. It does happen. Nothing is absolute in the markets. It does happen. But more than likely, you can expect a bounce. So that's what I'm saying. I didn't catch the bounce off the VWAP. I should have gotten out of my trade. So I didn't trade it entirely perfectly, but mostly perfectly. And now I'll look for another entry. Now that I'm aware of VWAP.
Like we could get to 18.5. I don't know that I would be targeting that. I think I would be terminating it right around the 18.6, 18 area. I've got 2 contracts set to be picked up at 18.780. I see your 5-minute FEG targets for inverse sell.
Let me mark off the
props and
chats
on Joker's channel.
780 is a bit high. Potentially, yeah. 780 is, let's just see what that is on the, yeah, a little bit more than the 50%. We'll see.
I like that on the 1 minute we turned this swing low into a bearish breaker. So we have a nice breaker here, a nice breaker here. We just came into it, right, which played off that other order block also. I mean, it almost aligns to the tick. So this is a bearish breaker. Right, it's an ICT bearish breaker on the 1 minute. And we've got another one sitting up here. So kind of like these levels for a drop. Now this is just on the 1 minute. On the 3 minute, right, we have the same thing right at this level. Now this is the only bearish breaker on the 3 minute. And I don't know that I'll get tapped in at 780. I might be getting really, really greedy to ask for that much of a pullback.
Yeah, I mean, if your thesis is that we're going to continue to trade lower, that's
I know. I just think we're going to retrace lower, and I've got higher targets for today.
Gotcha. So you
Today I'm
So you think
looking
it's gonna be the lower move is the retrace for the bigger move up, but yet you would still short at 18,780?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Give me 1 second, guys. Got to take a quick phone call.
What chip? I flipped long. You flipped a couple of times already. I think you that's your third flip already in the evening. What is your secret? What are you using to give you those biases? Yeah, I remember in the old days. Okay. I remember in the old days you were making some damn good calls. "15-second chart. Are you going to make me put up a 15-second chart? These are scalps. That's my favorite trade.
Sorry about that, guys.
I wouldn't know how to start using it. Let's put one up. But the thing is, you're not going to be happy, wood chip, because I'm going to do it my way, and my way's not going to make you happy. Because it's going to have Heiken Eshi and price channels on it. I did it. That's it.
Way.
Second. Let's go to 15-second. I'm still long. Okay, there we go.
Does it give it to me? Does it give it to me?
What are the stops here? 47. Ooh, 17 points. Well, I'm going to use a 15-second chart. I'm going to increase the size of the price channel. No, you can't do fair value gaps on Heiken Eshi charts, wood chip. Heiken Eshi doesn't have, it fills all the gaps in. You're not going to see it here. Well, if I go wider like this, I'll have to get rid of Heiken Eshi for you to, let me go 15-second. Let's see that gap. You look at the biggest.
Wood chip, you're still in your short, right?
Wood chip is long now.
Huh?
Long. Yeah, he went long. First one off the bottom. Yeah, I see it. He's looking at
long.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What was
quick with it?
I know. I was saying, what's his secret? Where's he getting these calls?
Well, he hears me saying I'm looking to get in short at 780, so he's like, "All right,
Okay, it's going there."
Joker's going to 7. Joker's looking for 780. We're going long to 780." I'm right here, guys. I'll be right back. 2 seconds.
I'm not sure if I want to use the 15-second chart. I don't like the 50 on it. And to be honest with you, maybe I can go to 30. Yeah. No, I can just see it's not a chart for me. Let's see if I can go short at 739.25. Just watch it. Okay, I can put it up. Let me do that again. It'll mimic this one.
I'm not super crazy about the long, guys, and I only say that because I want to see the short play to the targets that I have right now, and I may not get picked up where I want to get picked up. This is the more logical area for the short to take place, right? We've got the swing high, we've got the close above, right? We've got the swing high, swing low, close above, got the manipulation, and then we drop and we close down below that swing low, right? Turning it into that bearish breaker. We pulled back into it. We pulled back into it after the close to get an entry. What's throwing me off is that we turned a couple of these areas into breakers along the way, right? We've got this one as well. So there's like a double breaker here, right? Still haven't cleared this one. Just gonna call them BBs, right? Too much over here with all this writing.
Wood chip long 4075. Where is VWAP is still down there. 724. $15-point trailing. I like that long wood chip. I like that long. I mean, we can easily target the highs of the evening session here at, wow, 18,800. That's exactly where it stopped. I took it on the 15-second.
Yeah, no, there's no real bullish breakers in this zone right here. Right? So none of these are really screaming long right now. This whole entire range is screaming short. But I still want to take it at 780. Give Woodchip that long. Make sure he hits his TP on that long so that we can jump in for that. There it is. Come on. I'm telling you, I just for some reason I just want that 780. I don't know what it is, futures. I don't know what it is.
It's high precision targeting. Evening load. Let's get the algo going. 6-1-11. Okay. Over now. Yeah, put that up. No. And we'll put that up. Trailing almost break even at 38.
Fibonacci. And that lands beautifully with the 786. Plus, we've got the imbalance sitting there on the 1 minute. Right around the 70%. So I'm going to get picked up on the lower part of the imbalance. Lining up with the bearish breaker.
So once we get
just above the highs at 805. So I'm risking 25 points on 2 contracts.
Okay, so that's that. I think that's you answered my question. Because for me, the way I see it, if we go to 780, I'm seeing momentum, and but you're going to enter right away. You're not going to wait for the markets to roll over, show you some signs of weakness, even if it's one bearish candle or the break of a previous low on the previous. You're not going to wait for anything. It goes to 780. If that's your target for your entry, you're entering as soon as it taps into it.
I have a limit order set to pick me up.
Okay.
At 780 and a quarter.
I think, yeah, I mean, I guess that's how ICT does it when he talks about his entries into certain zones or tapping into fair value gaps. He gets in at the 50% or just when you enter in it, when you've just tapped into it a little bit, he'll take a piece and then he'll add at the 50%. I don't think he waits for confirmation of the direction he wants to trade in. Look, that's fantastic. That's, in my opinion, that's exactly how my favorite trade is, when I add, I think I've mentioned it a few times, when I add on the 50% retrace. I'm not waiting for, if I'm long and I, let's say long at 820 and my stop's at 800, when it hits 810 on the, going down. So the trade is 50% already to its stop loss. Those are my favorite entries. And I don't wait for the market to show me any signs of reversal. Just get in, and you can you can frame a trade very good around that, because you can set your stops tight. I think that
won't enter. I won't enter below the 618. So I used to enter at the 50, but I don't take the 50% anymore.
Yeah. Well, 618 will give you much better numbers. I don't even have it up, actually. I should put it up. I have just the 50.
My sweet spot is between the 618 and the 88. 886. And I'll usually try to enter around the 70, but what I do is I look for a reason, right? Once I run my Fibonacci, I look for a reason. Why am I looking to get in at these levels? Is there something that I find attractive at these levels? Right? And in this case here, to be honest, I almost even like a little bit higher. All right, we've got an imbalance here. I'm on the lower end of it, but there's two imbalances here. A gap, right? There's a gap between the candles, and all you have is wicks overlapping. So that's just some resting liquidity, internal liquidity, along with the fair value gaps that are sitting here from the way down.
So if we exit at the 50 on the FEGs, do not enter, where do you enter? You enter before that or after that? Because you just said that 50 is balance. It screams, please trade through me.
Hey guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And if it's not too much, jump over to my channel at the Joker Trades and do the same thing. Helps out with the algorithm, guys. It would also help if my camera got turned back on.
Ah, okay. Apex having a sale. Alex, as far as I know, Apex is 80% off and Bulenox. Oh, really? Are you telling me?
That
really? They're
90.
Ah, little peckers. They're trying to steal the thunder from Bulenox.
Yeah. Apex is doing their 90% right now.
Okay, Al. It depends on the move. Some FPG that break internal highs only get tested at the top edge. Well, that's 80%. Okay, 80%. Well, you should pass it in the first month anyways. It's an eval. You don't want to be investing 6 months to pass an eval at $15. Alex, go over to Joker's channel and get his code if you can. Alex is my son, Joker. You know that, so he can't even use my code anyway, so don't say no.
Oh, I gotcha. All right, fair enough.
We go to 800. Yeah, you know what? See, that's the thing.
11 people watching. Loving it, guys. Loving it. I don't know what we're doing here with Future Floors TV's algo, but we love it.
Antonio! People believe Trump's speech is going to make it burst up. Antonio, first off, Antonio, how the hell did you get your name to be italicized? What kind of fancy footwork are you doing on YouTube?
What time is the Trump speech? What time is he talking?
I don't know. This guy's always talking. Is there a... The gargoyle sleep pattern.
I'm checking to see if it's coming up on the forex.
Hey, Antonio, how'd you get your name to be italicized?
I don't see it on Forex Factory.
Well, I saw the, what do they call that? The press. What is it called there? When that woman speaks to the press. Anyways, whatever the word is, it's not. She was saying that
Press
Trump
conference.
press conference. That's it. She was saying that Trump may speak later. Nothing was.
Well, I'm just checking YouTube now. President Trump live. See if anything comes up. 2 hours ago. 1 hour ago.
So we didn't get a trade yet. Seriously, how's that
I
possible?
don't think he's live right now.
Yeah, it's good to know though, because
But you guys know how I feel about
I know I didn't finish my
news.
sentence because of it. If you noticed, I
You
said
guys know I don't. If you guys know how I trade, you know I don't give a shit about news or Trump or.
it's good to know because, and then I said, oh wait a minute, I'm gonna hear it from Joker. I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
Just a little, it just aligns with some type of a macro and the catalyst just takes off in that moment.
Well, that's the thing. I don't want to be misaligned. Let's just put it at that.
Yeah, you don't want to be in the wrong direction without a stop in the book on any one of those macros, right?
Yeah.
Because if the algo's done, if it's accomplished its goal, you're gonna see the
Well, actually, for me, I don't even want to be in the trade. You know, since
yeah, I
I,
don't exactly. I
well,
don't trade news events.
yeah, it's a spin of a roulette wheel at that point because is it going to spike up or is it going to spike down? 8 p.m. Asia. Yep.
Yeah, we got the Asia Open right now.
I asked ChatGPT when is the Asian Open. ChatGPT said it was 9 o'clock, but the spike in activity always seems to come at 8 o'clock. So somehow ChatGPT was relaying it to the Tokyo Open at 9 p.m. Eastern time, but
Well, I think like the one of them is like the True Open or something, right?
yeah, maybe the bank's
Uh,
open an hour
yeah, Alex,
before the.
it's up top on the left side of my screen.
Maybe the bank's open an hour before. Hello, hello, Woodchip.
Hey, look at that Bitcoin, guys, 93,000.
I was talking about Bitcoin to my son today. I was saying that you know what? Once it gets and holds over 100K, I think you're going to see Bitcoin scream to higher levels.
So Bitcoin to me right now is looking like it's about to throw up on a higher time frame. We could potentially be coming into a sell model on Bitcoin, looking to target like the 40s. So I'm on the daily right now. I'm looking at a potential pump right here and retest of this market structure shift, daily shift, Now we didn't close out the gap. We didn't inverse the gap at the bottom here. So we'll see, right? We will see. It could take another leg up. But weekly is looking like it's coming into its range. I would say to potentially take a nice leg down right now. I think people are in for a little bit of a rude awakening. That's my opinion. Is it going to happen right this second? I don't know. We could see 104, 107 with a small consolidation before we come down. But I'm looking for lower targets. Funny enough, the algorithm all around is starting to align with a reversal pattern. Even XLM, I'm looking at a pump. Nothing crazy, maybe back to 38 cents. And then a drop all the way down to shit. I might want to sell all of my XLM.
That's Stellar, right? Stellar Lumen?
Yeah, it's all Lumen. That's all I have. I'm not really invested in crypto. All I have is XLM and XRP.
Oh, you got XRP too. Okay.
Yeah, like 20,000, 12,000 shares at like 24 cents.
Oh, nice. Good job.
30 cents.
Yeah.
I think is the average. My brother has most of those, but when I say I have them, him and I are we're like a unit, you know? What I have, he has. What he has, I have. One hand feeds the other, man. We're not we don't play that game in my household.
Blast off.
Woodchip wants that 780, baby. He wants that
Woodchip, you said
780.
blast off, and my computer made a sound of a toilet flushing. I swear to God, I'm not joking. When you're hot, you're hot.
Get it, Woodchip.
Well, I'm waiting for an entry, Woodchip, to join you. I need a little bit of a retrace. That's all I'm asking for. Maybe I'll try and get even a pullback, not a retrace, pullback. Even pullback on the 15-second chart.
I feel like I'm being a little. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get greedy.
And I'll do a tradertainment.
I'm gonna get a little
trade.
greedier, guys, and we're gonna put it up to 87 to get picked up. I'm gonna go to the top end, and we'll mark it in if anything. I feel like for $27 though, is it worth it? You guys are over here looking to continue up, huh?
Looks like it, yeah. Right now, I don't have anything that tells me short. I want it to go. I'll go long here. Come on, fill me. Everyone's got 90% off. I can start trading more aggressive. There we go. A 10 lot. Let's see what I can pull out with this. 60. Okay, my stop is about 7 points. If we break the swing low on the... Woodchip, if I lose on my first trade with the 15-second chart, I'm done. I'm done with it. There we go. Come on, pop higher. That's it. I'll take a small piece off.
15-second though.
Oh, shit. I didn't even notice. Thought that was like 5 points. That was by the distance. I was judging. It was only like 2 points. You won't, but your stop has to be reasonable. Well, the entry was crappy. You know, I like to enter on small candles. Look at the size of the candle after the... There we go. I'll get out just to book a winner. What? That doesn't even make sense. Well, looks like getting out was the right.
I might be looking for something like this.
Ooh, I have a sneeze coming.
Are we gonna try to hold for target? Yeah, I think so. Am I even gonna get picked up? I have no idea. But
Woo!
for the most part, once we get down to that 600 area, which is what I'm looking for, then I want to see us come up to that 18.9 mark, give or take. Maybe a little higher. So I think my targets for today, guys, in the morning, maybe, right? If it doesn't get there in the evening, maybe about 19,000, 18,900.
Okay.
I think that's what I'm looking for.
What does that look like on the daily? Well, that might be a little bit of a potential breakout to the upside. Maybe we can go and trade up now after that to 19,745, 20,000, get up to the 50-period moving average.
Or we can just go to 18,785, 87, tap me in, and then just drop down all the way to 18,618. I'm going to get really pissed off, though. Really pissed off. Like, I might go on tilt if it goes from here and it doesn't pick me up. Right at the 618 to the tick. Unbelievable.
Was it really?
That's amazing. So what I do like is we've got a small little...
we were all hunting longs.
Not hunting along, man. I might have gotten front ran on my short, but that's all right. We're just sitting there waiting to get picked up. And you know what's crazy? No, it still wouldn't have got me because I moved it, but I didn't move it that high. I was at 80, and I went to 87. So I didn't move it that much, but that's all right.
Anybody new in the rooms? 90% off Bulenox and Apex. Take advantage of the sales while they're there. Especially if you're new to trading. Why risk your own money when you can get in some reps and some practice and potentially, very unlikely if you're new to trading, but potentially, start making money, but at least start trading in a kind of quasi real environment, better than demo, because you do have some money on the line.
They don't put the 90s up often, that's for sure. Make sure you use code FLOOR on Bulenox and HTUMDGDM on Apex.
Well, wood chip. My bias is switched to short right now.
My bias right now has switched to tilt.
To tilt. So, the train left the station without you. You were busy buying candy and the train left. Big deal.
No,
there'll be another.
It's got to get to my level.
Yeah.
If it doesn't come to my level, I'm all right. Would I have entered market at the 618? Yes, I would. Right? Maybe not with both contracts, but I would have put one in.
Okay.
I would have put one contract in at the 618. Seeing how it was reacting there. But we still have a shot, right? It doesn't mean that it's not going to come back up for that 78%. I actually almost like how it reacted here. gave us a small little buy model, even on the 1 minute. Market structure shift. We closed above these OBs right here, as well as it turned into a bullish breaker. You got a low, a high, a lower low. Now we just made a higher high. So we turned that into a bullish breaker, lower time frame. The fact that it's going to take out the low right now, I like it on the retest because this is the retest. So even if it comes back in to pick me up, we may still have a shot to go down. I'm just being really, really optimistic and trying to convince myself that we still got a shot to get into this freaking trade right now.
Wouldn't you assume that Trump already spoke, given that we gapped within an hour? We gapped up, what, from 359 to 659 approximately? We gapped up 300 points?
It's just the algo futures. It's just the algo playing off a very specific time frame, and it gives you that kind of a volatility, when it's moving.
But even if you assume it's the algo using an event as a catalyst, that's what I'm saying. I would still think the catalyst occurred already. Like it uses, so, it still uses the event, the news or something as a catalyst. That's why.
No, I don't. That's the thing.
There's no way. There's no way. You go on ChatGPT.
Let me ask you a question.
No. I want to go first. And you'll ask the question. If you go to ChatGPT and say, what are the odds that the market makes an explosive move at 8:30 a.m. when there's news, like CPI, PPI, or non-farm payrolls on those 3 days, what are the odds that the news isn't influencing price movement at all? And even assuming there's a catalyst, it's completely ignoring that. What are the odds that it happens exactly at that time without those events influencing? It's going to be zero. There's no way, because there's such a correlation.
Okay. All right. Forget odds. We can just go to facts and just look at what the Asia session did and does over the last month, right? So you jump in PM session, there's no news, there's nothing going on, there's no volume, there's nothing. Like, I mean, it's supposed to be dead.
Go ahead.
Yet you have a 250, 300 point move that happens randomly at 7:50 p.m. No news, nothing. It's because the algorithm.
But does it happen every time at exactly 7:50 p.m.?
No, it doesn't. No. So the thing is, it doesn't happen. It's not that it's an occurrence that's going to be often. It's something that happens when the algorithm is aligning on these higher time frames. So when we're in for these types of corrections, like we have right now, the algorithm is playing off of a daily, weekly, and monthly sell model right now. So because we're playing in that model, you're going to see some crazy stuff. Everybody's blaming Trump and the tariffs and this and that. And they're even using that as an excuse when the market turns around and goes bananas during a time where they're like, what? Look at this craziness. The market is even going crazy during 750 during the Asia market. Has nothing to do with any of it. It's very specific to where the algorithm is trading, to when, more importantly, not where, when the algorithm is trading, right? Because when we're stuck, so what happens after a big algorithmic move on a higher time frame? It goes into a smaller time frame. So that's why after those big explosive moves, you'll tend to see some slowdown, right? In this case, your slowdown is not really any type of traffic because you're playing a monthly model that is slowing down on a daily model, right? So your range is still absolutely massive, which is why we have these 250 point gaps, 400 point gaps, 300 point moves.
Well, here's the thing.
After the gap.
Here's what I'll volley back to you. There are explosive moves that happen randomly. We can both agree on that. Sometimes there's I got caught on just last week, I got caught on 100-point candle in the middle of nowhere, like at 11:13 or 10:48. I got caught on the wrong side of that. But the thing is, the spread didn't change just before that move. That was a surprise move. But the spread always adjusts and widens just before CPI, PPI, non-farm payrolls. So obviously, I would say, the market makers are expecting a large move from the catalyst, which is the news event. Same reason why all the firms say don't trade the news, because we know the news will cause the market to become erratic, to become volatile.
Right. Do you realize when these news events go off?
Well, they're always scheduled mostly for 8:30 in general, 8:30 or 10 a.m. I mean, they got to pick a time, right? They're not going to pick 8:17. Everyone works on round numbers.
You also notice when they go off. What I mean by when is it's always the same day of the month, week. It's the first week of the month, the last week of the month. They're scheduled. Always they're scheduled way ahead of time. And it's always scheduled for the same exact time and date. All of these events, they don't change. Right? Now think about that. The algorithm has very specific, predetermined times that it's gonna do its crazy, right? And it aligns with these time slots most of the time. Oh, I'm getting lag. I'm getting a lot of lag on your stream.
Me?
Yeah, like everything is delayed. I don't know. I wonder if mine is doing
just click the live button.
No, it's live. It's live.
No, there's a live button beside the volume that'll put you up up to the most current second. Well, let me see. I'll touch my nose. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 seconds on my screen. Bitcoin should not move at specific times, but it does. But if it's moving at 8:30 on the news, I would say then it's related to the news. I mean, again, if you're just talking about correlation, yeah, no, it doesn't matter. If you're just talking about correlation, if there's a spike in volatility every single time there's CPI, PPI, and non-farm payrolls, if there's a spike in volatility, then the spike in volatility is correlated to the news. I think that's basically how you scientifically measure correlation. If one is related to the other, or one is, acting in sync with the other one. In other words, if ES is going down when NQ is going up, and you can measure this, you don't have to say that ES is causing NQ to move in the other direction, but if it's always happening, you can say that they're negatively correlated. If it's always happening. So if this is always happening, I can at least say they're positively correlated. It doesn't imply cause, but they are positively correlated. I mean, if I'm a betting man and someone said, you got to bet your house on a spike in volatility, or you got to bet your life, you got to pick a time, I'm going to pick non-farm payrolls because I know I'll probably win.
The reason it moves, the reason Bitcoin moves at those specific times, again, has everything to do with the algo, because they work off of the same algo. It doesn't change. I can look at it and I see the same thing in all of them. The only difference is that the Bitcoins, a lot of these cryptos, they're babies, right? Like, in order to create the volatility and the higher time frame model, you need to have a certain level of liquidity injected into the market. The Nasdaq, the S&P, they've been injecting liquidity and looking for new lanes to continue to inject liquidity into these markets from the 30s, right? 50s, 401ks, our pensions, prop firms, etc. With Bitcoin, it's a little different, right? You're fresh, right? You don't have enough volume with Bitcoin because there's not enough Bitcoin to create that kind of volume, right? You're capped. There's only so many Bitcoins out there. There's always someone selling, someone else buying, etc. But it doesn't mean that you're going to be able to trade it the same unless they split, etc. Like everything else does. But with Bitcoin, we're still trading the hourly, the daily, right? There's no monthly and weekly sell model forming. You go to Bitcoin and you look at a monthly, you're looking at like very little data. You know what I'm saying? Like very little data on the monthly. We barely came into the left shoulder before creating the head, right? Bunny ears up of the head and shoulders reversal pattern, right? And it's just a correction. It's just a correction that's due. That's going to happen on everything. Always. That's how they designed this.
And wood chip, just because you wrote when there is no news and it still moves at that specific time with no volume, then what? It doesn't matter that it moves sometimes when there's no news. That doesn't negate the fact that when there is news, it spikes. You can count on a spike. 9 times out of 10, you can count on a spike. So I would argue that a news event positively correlates to a spike in price. Now, I'm not saying in Bitcoin. I don't know Bitcoin, but at least in the indexes for the stocks. Why it happens, how it happens, I don't know, but I know it happens. You know, you can even argue you can even argue that the algo uses that as an excuse. But that's fine. I've identified that that's what the algo is using.
What if there's a lot of people trading because there's a lot of people that do trade news. We might not want to touch it, but I feel like maybe there are a lot of institutional players that might trade the news, right? So remember, my theory when it comes to the algo is that the algorithm always has room, depending on what time frame it's playing in. It has room. Now, what I mean by that is that there's enough room so that it can be manipulated by the bulls and the bears, right? You have a bunch of people putting in selling off, buy stops, buys, sell stops, etc. I feel like we can push the market somewhat, right? We don't push the market, but we control where you put mass amounts of liquidity for the algorithm to go to. So if you had a bunch of people that are selling, right, shorting, doesn't mean they're going to push the market down. They might actually be doing the opposite. Depending on where their stop is, they might be pushing the market up, right? Depending on how many stop orders are sitting there and how much room the algorithm has to actually go for those stop orders. So, what if the news candle is just, yes, catalyst, but it's usually happening on a macro, almost always. But, what if it's also happening at the prime time of the market, right? It's usually happening market open, 10 o'clock, right? Right after the market open, the 9:50 macro. So it's also happening at the absolute most volatile and time of the day. Plus, it's the time that has the most amount of volume, right? And momentum when we're trading. Because even if it's not during news, we're always getting those momentum pushes. You're getting a lot of moves in the market, during the AM session. That's why we trade New York.
Well, that's it. I mean, that's a good example you just gave up. The open. You can always count on a volatility spike on that first minute, 2 minutes of trading. Pretty much not 100%, but pretty much 90% of the time. So is it the open that's causing it? Well, it doesn't matter. You just know that at the open, you can expect a spike in volatility.
Jacinth. What's going on?
Wow. Who's spreading? Yeah, I think
Is Crispy in
I
here?
think Crispy's in my room. He falls asleep with his elbow on the heart button.
It's gotta be Crispy.
Mm.
Gotta be Crispy.
Crispy falls asleep with his elbow on the heart button. I'm thinking goes back to 70. Comes back down. 750. That's a little... If we get back up to 750, where the hell is Sparky? Sparky is
Yeah,
here.
750 is exactly what I'm looking for now to enter. I'm no longer looking to get in. Back at the high. I think that ship has sailed. I think we're moving towards my sell side objective. I don't really want to see it coming back up, to be honest with you.
Antonio, you scared me. I got out. Got out of my short. Just treading water tonight, not doing anything good. Sorry, guys.
I mean, it's some pretty good stuff here. It's not terrible. That would have been a 50-point play right there.
What chip is hot tonight? He's flipped sides 3-4 times, and he's been right pretty much on every one. What chip in his 15-second chart?
We're blaming Antonio, I guess.
Yeah, we are.
Yes, Antonio.
I would have been green, Antonio.
100% on you. It was definitely your fault. I don't know if futures can recover from this one either.
Right now, my neighbors are watching this stream and they're going, "Look at that fucking loser. He's down 650 on the evening."
Who's down 650?
Me, I'm down $6.50 on one Bulenox account. But the other Bulenox account is up 183. So there you go.
Yeah, it's $6. That's
Perfect, Antonio. Sure, that makes up for it. Nah, we're just trading to have fun here anyways.
We got a really big FVG wood chip. Think of that big gap where we opened as a really, really large FVG. I can't believe that these 2 micros would have been... I would have already been banking like $300 on this trade. Yep, 280. I would have been 280 right now.
It's good for the shorts.
Now if we can get picked up right at 750, maybe 752. Stop sucks. Trade still not bad. Might be able to target a little lower.
I gotta learn how to hold better.
But you see futures. You see how I trade, right? Like I don't try to jump in scalps. I look for a very, very specific model setup. I identify it. I mark it out. I set my entry. If it taps me in, I take the trade. If it doesn't tap me in, I don't take the trade. Right? If the risk is worth it, I'll take it. I should have been in with at least 1 micro here, marketing in at the 618. No big deal. We didn't do it. But yeah, this is my goal. This is my game plan. I don't want to be taking any other trades besides these premeditated trades. I subbed. Hope that makes up for it. Awesome. Hey, Antonio, if it's not too much to ask, if you don't mind jumping over to my stream as well, at the JOKOUR Trades, throw me a sub and a like as well on the video, man. That would be awesome. That would help the algo significantly.
Nice move down. That's a decent move down.
This was a move that it was inevitable, futures. This is not, I wasn't taking this trade because this was already, it was already in the plan. Nobody moved it here.
Everybody's a comedian today. You know what? I love comedians. Because I'm a joker. It's funny that your handle is Joker. I'm a joker too. I'm never serious.
Do I amuse you?
Do I amuse you?
Do I make you laugh?
You do.
So what are you saying? I'm like a fucking clown or something?
If only I knew some lines to throw back at you from Scarface. Not that that's from Scarface, but he's got some classic lines too.
One of my favorite movies is the Goodfellas.
That's a classic, man.
Goodfellas is one of my favorites. One of my favorites. And you know what? They don't make them. They really don't make them like they used to. Everything now is just CGI and you know, like trying to give you this awesome visual, but there's like shit for, you know, for depth in the actors' lines and just how they you know how they come across. Let's go. What a trade. What a trade, guys.
That's it.
What a trade.
Yeah, Antonio.
Would have been out.
Why not?
It would have taken out 50% right here.
Antonio, call a trade. I'll take it for a 5 lot in this account. If you want. I don't want to put pressure on you. But it's got to have a stop. There's no go short, go long, and you don't have to call it now, of course. You know, wait for a setup. Don't force your hand. But let's.
Hey guys, let's. Just want to jump out really quick and say thank you. Appreciate you guys hanging out.
Too much pressure. I'm down 300 on my express.
Oh, now what am I looking at here? Okay, sorry, brain farted there, guys. Yeah, but again, thanks for hanging out, guys. This is it's awesome. It kind of makes, you know, it makes the stream. Without you guys, it's just me and futures over here talking to each other.
And God knows we don't want to do that.
No, seriously, right? No, it's always a good conversation. Made 400 before market closed. Nice. Good job, Antonio. Yeah, I had a decent day yesterday too. I think I did like, what do we say, futures? Little 17,000 I did yesterday. 16.8.
Me too. I want a 5-figure day. I got to work up to it. I got to build a portfolio of accounts like you have.
Read Joker's chat. I'm over here hanging out in Future's chat. He's going to make me go to my chat. I love it.
I love your channel.
Thanks, Witchiv. Hey, appreciate the sub, Antonio. Look at that. 78, guys. 78. We're at 78 subs in just over a month of streaming. Not bad. We're kicking this guy's butt over here with a little measly 64. You better step your game up over there, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, no, refresh the page.
Whoa, sorry. Was I shouting out wrong numbers?
Yeah.
Inaccurate. 66. Look at that. 2 new subs today.
Cool.
Love it. 2 subs. That's messed up. You got 2 new subs and I got 1. That means that somebody
Some fucker. Some
did not
motherfucker
sub
subbed on mine and
on
not
my
on
channel.
yours. I know, eh? Who would do such a thing?
Unbelievable. Feel so disrespected.
I unsubbed.
That makes sense. That makes sense. All right.
Okay, I could maybe get a short soon.
But that was nice right there. That alone was like a 4, 5 to 1. What was that?
Yeah. Oh. That wasn't a short call.
2.6. 2.6. Well, no, I wasn't risking. Yeah, I guess I would have to risk that no matter what. So 2.8, 2.8R. Not bad.
Thank you, Woodchip. 702 with a question mark.
Get rid of some of the noise.
We can move up to 702. That wouldn't be too difficult. 10-point range. In the 1 minute candles, we can even do that in 1 or 2 minutes. Huh.
Oh, so we got our pullback here. Push down. 600. I mean, 600. I would be looking to terminate. I think on this trade. I know we have the gap underneath, but I don't know that I would be targeting the entire gap because we also have these bullish breakers that we created with that gap. And these are sessions liquidity as well. So we got the UK high sitting from the 17th of April.
Well, 600 just dips into the gap like at the start of it. Barely.
All of these here are a bunch of bullish breakers that we created. Got lows, highs, and then we just made a higher high with that gap.
This will go fast. Oh.
I mean, this whole
Poor entry,
range, right?
but I did my
The
best.
unicorn moment.
Caught that move down on the formation of that bearish candle. We got the 2-bar retrace. Yeah, I'm taking little pieces off. Hey, Kevin. Dang, I didn't open the option one for Bulenox, but $15.
Hey, what's up,
Kevin. We just got in breaking news alert. 90% off Apex also, if you prefer Apex. I love Bulenox. One of my favorites, but I prefer Apex. I'm an Apex loyal customer. Only because
I think everybody loves Apex, right? For the simple fact that you can have 20.
That's it. And they never screwed me over. The day they screw me over, I sing another tune, but they've never screwed me over.
I've been denied, recently, but
if it's for a valid reason, then it's fine.
Correct. I wasn't screwed over. I was at 38% on my consistency. I was 8% over, and I knew that. So I expected it, right? That's simple.
What, Chip? That doesn't look like my code. That better be your code. Because if it's your code, I don't mind. But if you're putting someone else's code in there, then I mind. It could be Joker's code. Is it Joker's code? No, it's not Joker's code. You can post your code, my code, or Joker's code. Oh, long on the algo. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I don't care.
I think he was probably trying to type your code and somehow got that.
It's
So
not even close.
I know I'm trying to figure it out, but it's wood chip we're talking about here. So
I know whose code that is. It's Jufik Trader. He's new. Jufik. HTM Jufik. I was typing from memory.
So I don't really want to see us get too much of a pullback here, guys. I think it's going to drop pretty fast. I'm even considering entering right now, to be honest. Maybe right around 705. Super tight stop, maybe 720 on that one. If I am correct, it should go straight down to TP in a matter of 15 to 20 minutes, give or take. Might have missed me again, right? I want to see a little bit deeper, just a tad bit deeper. Nothing crazy, just tap into that order block.
Which one? HTUM Dungeon or HTM Jufik? Hey, fucker, take me out. Come on, take me out. Take me out.
Hard short throat splitter.
Oh, that.
That's what sounds like.
I
Oh yeah.
didn't even see that. I'm watching my trade. That's why. Fuck off. I gotta get out. Gotta get out. I was short because long because the algo took a long trade, but algo lost. Sometimes everything sounds like a porn movie. Yeah, I guess it depends on the mood you're in.
I feel like it's gonna miss me again, and that's okay, guys. That is okay. I think this move is going straight to 18,580. And as long as it gets there, I'm all right. You know why? Because I see this shit all day long.
My auto
All day
trail
long.
is stuck at 702.50. Entry was 34. I'm supposed to be short at 76. I'm short at 75.50. 76.
And then I'm
83.
very, 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 very long bias. Once we get to the 18.5 area.
No, not small size, and I'll probably get stopped out and have a big loss on this one, but it's okay. He's okay. I'm watching closely. 76 plus 14, the stop is at 90.
Excuse me, guys.
My average price is 78.
14 futures.
12 points. Yeah, well.
Did you flip flop on your algo?
No, my algo went long. It lost. I took the... fuck off. I have to get out by bid. Come on, take me out. There you go. The algo went long, took a loss, and then my topstep system went short and took a loss. So now I'm down 379. It's okay. It's okay.
It's nothing. It's nothing. It's so easy to come back from 379 versus blowing up. Right? That's the truth.
Yeah, and I got to push these accounts anyway, so I'm good with that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You're not worried about that.
Antonio thinks it's going to bounce to 715 and then short. I could take that trade, Antonio. For me, the reason would be the VWAP is at 720. So I can definitely see about, excuse me. I could definitely see a bounce over there.
I think it's did it just
If
come into my level? It did.
we get up to
It
there.
did, and I'm over here looking at something else. And it came right into the level. Unbelievable. It front ran it slightly. Didn't quite hit it again.
2, 1. Don't do that again, Antonio. Don't tell me we're going to rotate higher. I just went short again.
I think you can hold that short, futures. I think you can hold that short to 18,620, 619. But please don't forget, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't copy my trades.
I
This is for
can
entertainment purposes
hold.
only.
I'll go for 10 points. 8 points, somewhere around that.
10 points.
Yeah, that's it.
You're I don't have a chicken, but I can do that.
I got to bail. It didn't go. I tried to chip away. Well, that loss, which was 369, I'll try to chip it away in 2 or 3 trades. But it didn't go. Didn't go right away, or we didn't get any momentum down. Got a little bit of a move down. I was up, I think, around $80 max on the trade.
Well, let's say, well, momentum.
Oh shit!
Momentum should be coming in right now. We're coming into the 850 macro. So I like the time. Right, time is one of the most important things for me when it comes to taking a trade. So you tend to see the algorithm make the moves between 8:45 and 9:15, between 9:45 and 10:15.
They get me on 2 trades. Okay. Got me again. Okay, well, that's it for me on that account for today, ladies and gentlemen.
I think I'm going to attempt a short here.
That account is retired for tonight. And like wrestling, we bring in...
Seeing a reversal yet, Antonio. Lower time frames not even showing me a market structure shift. Not even on the 5-second. Maybe a couple of body closes above, but nothing convincing quite yet. I think I want to attempt this, guys. I think I want to attempt this. Cancel that one out. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm looking to take it, wood chip. But I feel like it's gonna front run me like it's been doing all night. I can see it coming down straight from here. maybe not a full drop, but at least start holding a bearish, right? Like something like this, maybe a couple of candles doing this, and then we'll get like a nice move and another move to terminus. That's kind of what I'd be looking for. And then I want to look to take a long right here. Oh, bullish breaker, bearish breaker. I guess blue and red don't make a difference, right? A BB. Blue, you'll know it's a bullish one. Red, you'll know it's a bearish one, guys. That's how I've been marking them out. It's now coming into my level. Just tapped in. Do we attempt it here or do we look for 720? You gonna give me 720 or what? You want to give me 720? 720 going once. Come on, I like 720. I really like 720. It's not marked out, guys, but it's just another level that I would not mind trading off of. Right, this also aligns with this bullish breaker. Low, low, high, I guess high, low. No, I'm not crazy about it. Got these bearish breakers here that we created, so ends up with this OB. Am I gonna miss it right now? Am I missing the move? Tell you what we are gonna do. Gonna enter one, and then we're gonna add. Right, that's about $100 risk on one contract. Maybe it's a little premature, but it's all right. Hey, futures, did I lose audio? Come, I can't hear you. Not even on Discord. Sound? Testing, testing.
No, it was me. Sorry about that.
Oh, you were muted. Okay.
I was, yeah, it's because I'm coughing every now and then, so I turned it off to cough. So that's why everyone's been ignoring me. I've been asking the same question over and over and over, and nobody's been answering me, and I'm wondering, what the fuck's going on?
That makes sense.
What is it? Antonio wrote, I'm thinking short at 719, TBH. So I'm saying, what does TBH stand for? I think I must have asked it like 6 times and no one answered. I said, come on, it's not fucking possible. Yeah, anybody know what TBH stands for? Besides Antonio. To be honest. Ah, okay. I thought it was a...
To be honest.
I thought TB was something and the H was for a high, like tomorrow's breakout high or...
Yeah, Antonio, I definitely... I felt like I got in early on this one just in case I wanted to play off of this level, which it may, right? It may not get to this up here. But I will be adding, maybe even here, maybe not even waiting for that next level.
Dump it real good.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to see here, futures. I'd like to see a nice dump over here. Be right back, guys. 30 seconds.
Trailing is 20 points. Stop 718. Well, I'm not doing good this evening, so I should try to see the charts the way you guys see it. 711. 1 micro. Yeah, maybe I got too aggressive with the other account. Low risk scalping.
Maybe.
No, it's a predictable move on no news. Hey, why am I getting
News, no news. It's fairly easy to identify the direction.
Okay, what chip is trying to confuse us? I'm short, I'm long, I'm flipping long as I'm going short.
Nine p.m. You got to look out for an unpredictable move. Wood chip says.
Yeah, with no news. Where's your stop? 681. Where would be my stop? 683 about. I don't know. If I go long, I'm forcing a trade.
I wanted to add to my short.
I'm sorry, Woodchip. I'm thinking short too.
How dare you?
I'm thinking short too. What, Sparky? There we go. I'm taking a long. Just let me be right, and then you can afterward. Sparky said,
I'm good with that wood
cookies.
chip as long as it doesn't stop me out.
Yeah, looks like I'm going to take a third full loss in a row. I think that's it for my evening after this. After that, I'm on. If it was one meow, then it's long. No,
We're hovering, you know, the 9 o'clock mark. So
it was many meows. Let me try and get out of this disaster trade here. Okay, that's it for me, boys and girls. That's my budget for tonight. Boop. What just went long? Something went long. Oh, look at that. Look at that. 9 p.m. Yeah, it was pretty much on 9 p.m.
All right, we just added one. I know you wanted it a little bit deeper, wood chip. I'm going to add another one a little deeper. I just don't know that it wants to go deeper, bro.
I'm not sure if you know your camera's off, Joker.
I do. I'll be
Okay.
turning it on in 2 seconds. Hey, what's up, Crispy?
Wow, everybody's sick.
We going short or what? Yeah, short is kind of what I'm in already. We'll see how it goes. I'm targeting around 530 area. Probably won't hold it to the bottom, but just that range. Start looking for longs right around the 500 area, 18.5.
Mm, mm, mm.
I think we just came into my level. Nope, not quite. You know, I didn't have to risk the extra 50, 60 bucks over here, but whatever. Shit. Didn't hit the button. I wanted to hit the button, but it didn't hit the button. Where do you get your short started? Just right here. No, I'm not that far off. 700, 699, 75. Might add one right here.
One, 3, 1, 2. Five-minute bearish fair value gap getting disrespected. Well, let's see if we invert it. We got to get above 717. We got to close above 717. If we can close above 717. About to. Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
The next one. For me, the next one is in the 7-7. U.S. and China are negotiating. Those two are always negotiating. You don't get two dirtier players than those two guys. U.S. and China. Well, maybe we'll get a volatility spike. Let's get up to 15 points on the 1 minute candles. That would be good. Maybe I'll take another trade.
The top of this trade was pretty amazing, which obviously I got front ran by a couple of points, right? This part of the trade I still equally like,
You're
especially
talking
after the confirmations. I feel like we could see the momentum incoming right now. Consolidating to boom upwards. Woodchip and Antonio are long bias. They're going against me on my short here, guys. They're going against me on my short.
Well, I'm on your side, Joker, until we get above VWAP. But if we get 2 consecutive closes above VWAP or a full candle above VWAP, then I'm switching teams too.
Where's VWAP sitting?
720. Yeah, what chip VWAP does suck. It took a lot of money out of my pockets when I would use it to make trade decisions. Like shorting it when we would tap into it from below, or going long when we would tap into it from above. Because I kind of didn't know where to put my stops. If I was wrong, like right now, if I were to short it when we tap into it, where do I put my stop? I never knew, you know? So I don't use it for trade entries anymore. I'll use it to stay out of a trade. If I were to get a short setup right here, right under VWAP, I won't take it. And I don't use it. I mean, you know, I'll take long trades under VWAP and short trades above VWAP. I don't use it that stringently. But when we make a cross from one side to the other, and my systems go also switch from, let's say now, if we were to cross to the upside, my systems would also, well, my topstep system, the Renko system, would also switch to long. So it's just an extra catalyst, I guess, we can use. A little bit something extra to keep pushing price higher. Oof, I have a sneeze forming. Wow, it's crazy. Everybody's sick. Woodchip was sick. I'm sick. Crispy's sick. You're sick.
Yeah, I know. It's that time of the year again.
I guess, yeah. Hmm.
Who's heading out? Oh, good night, Crispy.
Actually, I thought it was my wife telling me good night. So I said good night. I think Crispy's just responding to my good night. I don't think he's cutting out.
I'm not. Oh, got
Hmm.
it. But yeah, Apex 90% off. Bulenox also 91% off.
Let's go take a look at the Bulenox website. Sorry, no. Apex. I was just there today, actually.
All right, we just came into the order block.
Yep, 90% off. 2 days, 2 hours, 45 minutes, and 3 seconds.
Is that what Apex is saying?
Yep. So it's 2 days.
That reminds me, actually, I need to go and just cancel some accounts that I do not want to reset.
Yeah, I canceled my 250s. I don't like the ratio between the profit target and the drawdown. 150, I think, is the max. I think it's 5 and you have to make 9, so it's 1.8.
For me, I just don't need any evals.
You're fully loaded, 20 PAs?
Yeah, I've got 20 funded.
Mm.
I'm fully loaded on Apex, 20 funded. I've got 11 Bulenox fully funded. And if we can pass these 3 take profit accounts, that'll be maxed out 5 fully funded with take profit.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, because you said 3. I was going to ask. I thought they were 5, but okay, perfect. You answered it. Yeah, it's funny. Before Woodchip was saying he likes Tradeify. Tradeify was all the rage for a while, and now the chatter has died down. Not too many. I don't see too many people talking about Tradeify anymore. One Sparky. My cat's hungry. My cat wants to eat. I don't know if you hear him. Do you hear him?
No.
No?
It's not coming in. All right. That's canceled.
Here, come up, Sparky. Come and say hi to everybody. Come up. Cats aren't like dogs. You say come up and they just look at you with their face. A dog, you tap on your lap, you say come up, he jumps up. A cat's like, fuck off.
Yeah, they definitely have some personalities on them. Make sure I'm not canceling a PA accidentally.
I do think Woodchip is still long, Antonio.
Cancel that.
Woodchip, correct me if I'm wrong. You added. Look at that. Seven-point range on the 1 minute candles. That's funny. 720, where is that's a little different. 707, average 2 micros, auto trail, 705, 718. 718 is pretty tight. Should bounce. Hey, 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 hey.
All right, so I have 5 accounts that we're going to reset. Got to cancel 2 more. We're done with that.
Got out at 340, was negative 580. Cool. Now let me be so lucky and make back some of my losses. $7.18 at 704. I'm probably going to get a short signal.
Allows to 1. Cancel this. All right. 0 evals on the table.
That's the way
Across
to
the
do
board.
it, actually.
With the exception of the 3 from Take Profit. No more evals on Apex, no more evals on Bulenox. We're done. And no more water.
I ran out a long time ago.
I'll wait. It's not a big deal. I figure we'll hang out for another 10, 15 minutes and then probably call it.
Okay, sounds good.
That's done on Apex. Started looking at the rules on Take Profit, just like what
They should all post a summary page. The way they break it up and they make it hard to locate all the rules.
Yeah.
It's, you got to go into the FAQ and just put a fucking spreadsheet type sheet up there and just have all the rules that everyone wants to know about. It's obvious what everyone wants to know. They want to know your payout policy and consistency rules if you have. Just list them from top to bottom. Nobody does it right. A bunch of wicks there on the 1 minute candle. On the 1 minute candlesticks there on the lower wicks.
920. I think it's gonna want to align with the macro. It's gonna sit here and generate liquidity. Take sell side, take buy side, local.
Mm-hmm.
It'll take the time to do that. And then as it starts coming into the time of day, it'll start to ramp up.
$9:30 is 12 hours from New York open. Watch it move. Well, I went long on that bullish candle there that you can see, and the reason being is that I just noticed we had a pretty long and extended move down all the way to 830. And pretty much at 833, we put in a low. So I forgot about the 830 rotation. So now I'm thinking maybe we will get a little bit of a move above VWAP. Anyways, I took a piece off and above the VWAP, and let's see if we get that move up. And algos, market makers, volume, no volume, news. So far, nothing to write home about, though. And we broke the low, so I got to get out. I got to get out. Small loss on that because I took a partial. Stopped for now. Yeah, me too. Actually, my 704 trade short on the top step charts triggered. But like this morning, everything is going against me. Until I go to low size. Watch, I'll take the 704 trade if I can. And it'll go in my favor. There we go. I was just telling my kids today, there's no shortcuts in this. Somehow the markets always find a way to punish you when you try to take a shortcut and trade larger size.
I can't do it.
Crazy.
I can't do it, futures. I can't do it. Every single time.
I know it's crazy. Eh? I know it's insane.
Without a fail.
And this phenomenon happens to so many people I know. It's my son, my friends, me. Now you tell me.
It's just because we can't stomach the loss. When it gets too big, you're not closing your trade. You're not trading. You're just gambling.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do that. I don't think it's necessary.
Not on the PAs or the sim funded accounts. No, definitely not.
I mean, on any of it, like right now, I'm trading a $2,000 drawdown eval with Take Profit Trader. Can I go in with more than 3 micros? Probably not, right? Do I go with 5? Sure. Is it smart? If my stop is up the candle's butt. You know, like you gotta play with your account size, and we don't have enough drawdown.
Yeah.
With these accounts, and that trailing drawdown, we were talking about it earlier in the beginning of the stream. That trailing drawdown is just the absolute killer. Like it's the one that gets us. That's the one that screws us up. You know, give me a drawdown, fine. You know, but why are you penalizing me for not taking profits? You know, like that's just stupid. My opinion.
Everyone's opinion.
I'm sure everybody agrees.
Yeah. End of day drawdown is so much better than trailing drawdown. You can play with end of day drawdown. You know, you can try and build a little bit of a buffer for the day. Maybe, and if you feel like taking a chance, you can swing a bigger bet because you're using your daily profits, and you don't have to worry about it hurting your trailing drawdown. Okay, come on. You guys know I like quick moves. What is this? Every time I get in a trade, it doesn't go anywhere.
Times at 927. Can the algo prop it up one more time? I'm just debating, how sluggish it's getting right now. Time of day, do I close and wait for one more pullback?
Antonio's long at 700. It's so funny how people see things differently. Yeah, that's what makes a market. Yeah, I'm curious what ship, if there's going to be a little bit of a move. Right now, it's quiet. Tesla had a conference call. Good news. Oh, yeah. he fixes the spelling. He doesn't want us to think he doesn't know how to spell conference.
I do the same thing.
Did they
It
fire
just
Musk?
it irks me when
Yeah.
I do that. Just don't want to see up, even if, like, I'm thinking maybe break even. Even in this time distortion, I don't really want to see higher. I think I want to see it hold right here. Got all higher. Do we go break even on these contracts? We can at least break even on this trade. 17 is 29.
Well, tomorrow's going to be a fun day for me, given that I want a JOKOUR portfolio of funded accounts, and with 90% off, now's the time to try and do it, right?
Absolutely.
That's it.
100%.
That's it. What chip? Yeehaw!
Just don't forget, guys, right? Having a portfolio of funded accounts also means you have to fund them and pay the fees.
Yeah,
So
9:30
20 funded,
on the button.
20
What chip?
funded accounts equals.
You're right. You're right. You're right. There's a pop at 9:30.
I took 2 off. I've got 1 contract running here. What time? 6:30. I'm gonna trail this one tight. I'll tell you guys why. Because that's that 9:30 move. Should keep going. It shouldn't even expand up right here. This should be a gap. And that's why I put my stop there. Because if it's not and this thing wants to start pulling back, I'm not interested in the trade anymore. This thing could pull all the way back up for the macro. I don't think so, right? I'm still pretty convinced. But if I'm correct, this should expand right now and this should give us another candle down, leaving a gap. If we fail to leave a gap here, the next 10 minutes could be another move up to give me a better entry. Why give away my profit? Why give back my profits? There's no need. And I don't want us to trade into this, preferably. So I'll tighten it even more. One micro, yes sir. I don't need any more, guys. Evals funded, doesn't matter. I can comfortably take these trades And even if I close it here, right, which is kind of why we're trailing super tight. Boom, out of this trade, guys. No big deal, right? I'm good with it. We're at 1700 even, 209 for the night. I'm good with that, guys, right? I'm good with that.
You should be. You should be. And I'm going to have to accept the red numbers.
Yeah, that's all right. And I knew, look, I didn't have to close it. I didn't even want to see it trade into the gap, and we didn't. But I went so tight ass that it literally stopped me because I went right to the candle.
Right on it, yeah.
I went right to the candle. We'll see. It might go in, and it's all right. It's like right there. Boom! It went into the gap. Just because I don't want it, just because I don't want it to go into the gap, doesn't mean that it's invalidating anything. If it does, it just means that now I've got 933. It could potentially come and pull up to give me an entry right where I got out, right where I entered originally. So I'd rather just take my $70 and then just take one micro short when we get to back to 704. Right? Something like that. And if it just goes, right? And if it just goes straight to target, which it very well can and should, I'm all right with the tape. I'm all right with the tape, guys. I'm going to be 90% tape and 10% taking the trades that I'm taping. It's just how I am right now. But in 6 months, we're going to change that. You know, we're going to change that with enough data.
What chip? I think it's 1 micro or 2 micros he was trading.
Yeah, that's he does the same thing. Yeah, wood chip. I was only trading in that trade. I was in with 3 micros. I closed out 2 micros for like 10 points, and then I left 1 micro running and closed it out a little early. Like I shouldn't have. I should have just let that runner hold. I should have at least put the stop at the gap, right top of the gap, because what I bunny ears up. Well, you know, just because I wanted to see maybe a pullback, it doesn't have to happen, right? What I want to happen is what's happening. It's my trade, right? It's a setup. And I'm looking for the same thing I said earlier today. Nothing changed, right? I'm still looking for that 585 area. And then I'd like to see some type of a entry to go long.
Well, I don't
on a
know.
reversal.
I don't know if
then we'll be taking a long from here.
I don't know if Antonio's
and this
still
short here,
it,
guys. Sorry for cutting you off, futures. This short from guys, you know, it was not a small trade. Like this was marked out. I took it off the screen, right? But anybody that was here hanging out, you saw the short position sitting here, right? We had a short position sitting right here. Take the magnet off. It's a little bit higher than where it came into, right? I was targeting 80 to enter. It front ran me. It came right to the 618, and I said I would have marketed in at the 618. I didn't. Forgot what what was I doing? I was eating some Sour Patch Kids, right? Futures.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. I was eating some Sour Patch Kids and failed to market in. No big deal, right? The trade played out, is playing out, and should continue to play out exactly how I'm anticipating it to play out.
This is what Antonio wrote at 8:54. All right, guys, 10 contracts on 720 short. He wrote that at 8:54 when the market was at 18,695, around there. That was a pretty accurate call also. Got up to 18,724. Not a lot of heat on that entry. I don't know if he still took it, but
let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. This trade, guys, absolutely calls for calls for one of those. Massive move. right here, remember what we said, guys? This was marked before. For some reason, it's not marked now. I don't know why. But this right here is exit for majority, right? This is where we take TP1 at these lows. I'm looking to change my color to green for money, right? That's our money bag right there. TP1. And then TP2 goes to target, right? Which is sitting approximately at 18,579. Now, awesome trade. I got out of it at the halfway mark. Could have been up another double, right? We missed the entry at the top. That came in at 770 even. Look at that. 770, 650. Guys, that's a 120 point trade, right? These are the types of moves that we just need to be content with. I'm getting back there. I'm building up my confidence again because blowing up accounts will fuck your shit up, excuse my language. But it will definitely screw you up, prevent you from entering trades, shit like that. So getting out early, right? Trailing your stops. Now I'm doing that mainly because I shouldn't have with one micro, obviously. But I'm doing that because we got these stupid trailing drawdowns. I'm almost out of it, right? It's an eval, take profit trader. Second day, I'm at 1,700. Probably won't take another trade. I'm at 209 for the day. I'm 1,300 away from funding it, right? And I need 3 more days. So tomorrow, the following, right? We'll take a couple more trades, shoot for 2, 3, $400. And if we pass it on 5, we pass it on 5. If it takes 6, we pass it on 6. Doesn't matter. It's not a big deal because I'll equally get to payout, right? If I get to 3,000 in 6 days trading properly, 2, 3 micros, I'm going to get to payout in 6 days, right? Get it to 3,000. Let's request that $1,000 daily payout. And then from then, it's just the domino effect, guys. It's a domino effect. But let's get it, futures. This is the plan. 5 take profit pro accounts. Hopefully by the end of the month. And then next month, let's try to shoot for that first. Are we content with 6? No. Let's try to shoot for that first. I think 6 is fine. I think I'll be content with a 6-figure payout.
Huh.
I think if we can get a 6-figure, it'd be nice. But let's get a 5, right? If we can get to 5 figures for next month, even the 10K, right? Like I'm good with that. I'll be ecstatic.
No, that would be phenomenal. Yep.
Month.
That would be phenomenal.
But screw the money, right? Screw the money. We've said this before. And let's put our focus on trading correctly.
That's it.
Right? 1, 2 micros. Let's put our focus on stopping out, right? Like, look, you got a red day. Big deal. Big deal.
Yeah, no, it's not bothering me.
You took your trades and you got stopped. You got stopped out. It's fine.
I know I'll be able to take care of it tomorrow. No problem.
Exactly.
It's not worrying me.
But it is 9:40, guys. What do you think, futures? You think if you have anything else to say? I know I kind of rambled a little at the end there, but I think I'm pretty good to wrap it up. Want to go tuck my kids in? They're already in bed. Just want to go kiss them goodnight.
Yeah,
lay up with my wife a little while. Get rid of the charts. I'm good trading.
I agree.
No more evening trading for me.
It's been a long day looking at the charts. I'm sick. I do need some rest. I don't know if you guys hear it in my voice. So, we'll wrap it up over here, guys.
Yeah, go get yourself a cup of tea.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And a warm cup of tea.
I'm going to do the same, actually, because I feel it coming on, right? Like, I feel it coming on. So I'm going to go make myself a chamomile with honey and go up to bed and just put a flick on or something. But I'll just jump in quickly, guys, and I'll let futures take over. Just want to say a quick thank you again for coming and hang out with us and supporting the channels, right? Don't forget it is 2 channels, guys. Jump over to the other one and hit that sub and like. Joker about to go long after the stream. You better believe Joker's about to go long after the stream. No, I'm not wood chip. I'm gonna mark it out. I'll look at it in the morning, but I don't really care to be in trades when I'm sleeping and I try not to stay up too late, man. I do it sometimes, right? Crispy gets me stuck sometimes because he doesn't like trading the AM session, the New York session. So he likes the
Okay.
slower markets.
Yeah. But
So
not
he
the
has me up
afternoon?
sometimes.
He doesn't
So
trade.
what?
Does he trade the afternoon, the power hour, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock?
No, he shits his pants. He shits his pants with this volatility.
Okay, okay.
He'll. I'm sure once it calms down, because he's new, right?
Yeah.
Just as I am. Not, I mean, much newer than I am, but the markets calm down, right? After the storm, there's always, there's the calm before the storm and the calm after the storm, right? So that's and right now we're in the storm. That's it. It's just higher time frame guys playing out this algo. It moves, right? I didn't call this shit based on news events or anything else. This is a setup that I look for daily, right? And this is something that comes in 10 times a day. Do I take it 10 times a day? I don't, right? But that's only because I'm not looking to take that many trades throughout the day. So I try to identify the best one out of the group, right? Out of the bunch, and I'll take them. Eventually, will I take more? Yeah, I'm sure I will, right? We'll get there. But for right now, guys, that's a good night and a peace out from me. I'm going to pass it over to Future so he can wrap it up, and we'll see you guys again later.
Not much on my end, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate it. It was fun. You guys were active in the chat. That's what it's all about. It makes the stream more interactive, which in the end
Much
makes
more
it
enjoyable.
Yeah, it makes it much more enjoyable for us also. So Joker will be streaming tomorrow, 9:15. He will be opening up his stream in the morning. Same over here. And we'll be co-streaming again at 7 p.m. So hope to see you in our streams tomorrow. And that's it. Once again, just thanks for showing up. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Guys. Have a good night, everyone.
Take care. Bye.